Yo, what's good YouTube? It's boardzy, and this is finally going to be my first look preview of the Orbital Pathfinder, a gaming mouse with shape modularity features. This is absolutely shocking, innovative, and I presume many of you guys have seen reviews of this mouse, so I'm not going to skip out on the basic stuff. But yeah, I imagine most of you guys know that the mouse comes with what they call the core with nothing attached, and then from there you can just pretty much pop on shape modifications. And this is an early unit. You can see everything that gets sent, but what's important to understand is that every review unit you've seen has been 3D printed as opposed to ABS plastic like the final units that customers are going to receive, which does lead to just like quality issues. They even showed me this whole study on the creaking issue that I mentioned. So they assured me that the customer units will be high quality, but I can't say that this review unit has been perfect to use. In addition to just like the shape modifications, they also provide spacers, which can give you some more width on the sides, and they even have hump spacers if you want more length for the hump. So it is pretty innovative. Nobody is denying that. A few of the shapes, like these wacky ones for the right side, they really don't fit my hands regardless of the spacer configuration, but that's kind of the point. You know, not everything is going to work for everybody. My preferred setup for this has just been the standard left side, and then I have what they call the pinch profile on the right side. What this gives you is what I like, very flat sides towards the top, and then it gives you a little flare if you pinch with your fingers for claw grip. So it honestly works for me. This mouse in general, though, has not been a big hit for fingertip grip. One of the reasons for that is because it just doesn't have, like, none of the side attachment pieces really have a lot of vertical room. You can see that there's like a hard cutoff, and that's just I think it's a feature of the modularity, but look at this, like, amount of height you have on the side of the Viper V3 Pro to like place your fingers, for example. And yeah, as for the hump profile, my preferred has been the high profile hump with a 1mm spacer to give the mouse a bit more length, and it does feel nice. It feels rounded, but unlike something like the X2H Mini, let's say, it just doesn't feel too like scrunched up of a mouse. It fits well for my hand size, and I was kind of able to tailor it for myself. As you can see on the right side, I have the wider 2mm spacer, and on the left side with the average side, I just have the 1mm spacer. So definitely makes the mouse feel a bit nicer for my larger hands as opposed to having nothing on the sides. The hump profiles, though, just in general, I'm not going to say like it's a complete letdown. The right hand hump, though, I will say that one is. It's really barely asymmetrical or high profile. As you can see, like, it just doesn't have that high profile ergo feel to it. It reminds me a lot of like the Fantech XD5 or something, one of their ergos. I think like maybe 10 people will get that reference. But what I'm trying to say is that there's no configuration where this is going to feel like a GPX Dex in hand, even like a Zowie EC2. So I don't know if it's possible to have like a significantly higher hump, and especially with like the uneven height of the mouse all around, that might factor in and just make it tougher to have a like great ergo experience. But yeah, you can just see profile wise that ergo is not the strong suit for the Pathfinder, but if you just want to find a mouse that's going to like fit your hand for claw grip, I think that this will 100% be able to do that. And yeah, the hump modularity, swapping it out, this is not something we've never seen before. Now you see the low profile one if you're just a fan of like, let's say, Final Mouse style profiles. But yeah, like I said, Xtrify has done the hump swapping on their mice with a bit of a different system with magnets, and my one concern with this, like I said, this is the early unit, so it's not finalized, but there is, just when I apply pressure with my palm or just move it side to side, like, there is movement. It's just not completely snapped in and perfectly stable. And yeah, it's very possible that these 3D printed humps just have worse tolerances, and thus like there's creaking, they just don't perform and they don't sit as stable. But that's what I experienced with this review unit. Again, not saying that's going to necessarily translate to the final ones, but if I were to just say out of 10 like how much I think each style of shape has been explored, I think the right side, we're at like a 9 out of 10 in terms of just what you're getting out of the box. The humps maybe like a 5 out of 10, and then the left side I'd say like a 7 out of 10, because the left side, it's just harder. Like, most people just want something with some like slight curvature, just comfortable for your thumb, nothing like absurd, and there's not a ton of real estate to work with for like crazy like thumb groove placements. And yeah, this is another attachment for the left side. As you can see, this one is called the latch, and I imagine it's for people who like curl their thumb a lot, and it gives you like something to latch onto. It was not a favorite of mine. The average was really just the best for me, but the claw one, that one worked as well. What's the other one? Do they have another one? Oh yeah, pinch. You think I would like pinch because that's what I used on the right side. I didn't hate it, but I don't know. I just enjoyed the average one a little bit more. But that's really the point of this. You're going to be able to experiment and put on whatever you enjoy the most. And yeah, just having that ability to fine-tune a mouse shape, you know, starting with nothing and then just pop on the attachments until you find something that works well for you. It's something that we have not seen before, and I think it's a great idea, but I just can't tell you what the experience is going to be in 6 months when you are projected to get the actual retail unit of this mouse. But I can say shape-wise, you're going to likely be able to find something that fits. But yeah, even in the best case scenario where, let's say, the quality is perfect, they hit the weight estimate and it comes in at the mid 50 gram range, I won't say that it's going to be a better mouse on the market for you than anything else. But you know, it will get the job done and it will be a good shape for you. Click-wise, they are going to use Omron opticals, which is pretty much the industry standard. Sensor-wise, I believe 3950 if they can, falling back on the 3395 if not. I was only able to test this with a 1K hertz implementation because they had some issues like getting lied to by their firmware engineers, which seems to happen a lot in this scene. Fun fact. And yeah, I know I'm kind of just all over the place, but of these like weird right side attachments, this is the only one that worked well for me, and it's called the Extra Claw. And this is really unique, and obviously it makes the mouse asymmetrical, and this is just not a popular design that you're going to see on a regular mouse. So let's say that feels perfect for you. This very well could be like one of the best shape configurations on the market, but I can't say for myself that I perform way better with something like that than I just do like a standard GPX Viper V3 Pro shape. My opinion on the Pathfinder at $190 for the pre-order, it's definitely not like a must order for anybody who's ever touched a mouse, but if you are a big like mouse enthusiast, a fan of a project like this, yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a leap of faith, but you will receive a product, I think, unlike the Ninox Astrum, and the team is undeniably passionate. I think that's something that's been said in every review. Like, these guys truly do care, but yeah, this product is not the final product that people will receive, which just makes giving a general recommendation tough. They did also make me a custom zebra scroll wheel version, so that's obviously extremely based. But yeah, just the shape itself, one other thing to mention, I think the comfort grooves in Mouse 1 are pretty nice, but just the button height in general, especially if you're not somebody who clicks towards the absolute front of the mouse, I feel like it does just slope up pretty aggressively. As let's look at it compared to a ULX small, like just look at this point of the mouse, it's much higher on the Pathfinder. So it's something I noticed. Definitely probably won't recommend this if you just want a fingertip shape. But yeah, just the level of customization, the ease to do it, it is a great idea. Nobody's denying that, and shape modularity is obviously based. So I hope the project succeeds. Let me know any other questions you guys have in the comments. I know I did not go like deeply into every configuration. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to give a unique spin on the mouse and let you guys know what I personally prefer. This definitely does have like a medium claw mouse feel to it, but definitely does not feel like a one-to-one clone of really anything else on the market. And yeah, one final thing to mention is that Orbital is very open to people like 3D printing their own modifications. So who really knows like a year from now what some of the shapes we'll be seeing on this mouse are going to look like. But currently, I would say it is just you are buying into the idea of a modular mouse. I can't tell you what the finished product looks like, but based on this test unit, like the proof of concept is there, and it is genuine innovation for the mouse space. So that's going to be all for this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Any other questions, let me know. Peace out.